Hi guys, GJ here, back with the follow-up to my review on these boots, these screwfix boots that I've been wearing for a week now. And if you remember from the last video, I put some dubbing on these boots to treat and feed the leather, and now I've been wearing them for a week. And so what I'm going to do is I'm now going to put some blackin on. Now the thing is, with these boots, a lot of you youngers out there may not know how to deal with leather because you're that used to plastic trainers, pumps as I call them. But basically what you got to do is always remove the laces. And once you've removed the laces from your boots or your shoes, and you've got to polish them, the first thing is, rule number one, don't polish dirty shoes. Sounds a bit silly, but if you think about it, you know, you get a pair of shoes and you wear them for a week and they become dirty. They get full of mud and sludge and water and dust and crap, and so you don't want to rub that back into the leather. So the first thing you do is remove your laces, and once you've removed your laces you can then begin. So what's the first rule? First rule, newspaper. Wherever you're working, always put down some newspaper. The reason being, a clip round the ear hole from your mother or your wife or whoever can be avoided by the use of newspaper. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to scuff the muck and the dust and the grime off the boots before I begin to polish them. I'm going to get into the tongue area there, and if you notice I'm brushing in a downward fashion to get all the muck and dust out. Now once I've cleaned the outer of the boot, it also helps to clean the sole, because the one thing as humans must do is look after our soles. No one wants a dirty sole, do they? So now on to the second boot. Get the dust and the grime, the dirt from walking the dogs and riding the scooter and various other activities I've been up to. That's that. So, and another thing is, it's easier to sweep up once a day than once a week. And by that what I mean is, if you keep collecting the dirt and throwing it in the bin, and I've got a bin at the side down here just for that purpose, and I'm going to throw all that dirt into there. It just makes life easier. Right, okay, so if you remember from the last video, the last time I put in the dubbing, I put dubbing on it. Now I'm going to start with blacking. Now I'm going to use the same cloth as I did for the dubbing, and if you have a look at that cloth, you can see where the dubbing was. It's not going to do any harm to put the blacking on top of the dubbing and rub it in, because it'll all mix up in the end. I'm going to use the same glove as last time, latex glove, to save getting blacking all over my fingers. And what I'm going to do is, like I did last time, I'm going to open the tin, and this tin's been opened before, and as you can see, there's blacking in there, and I'm going to roll the cloth over my fingers, turn it a few times, and trap that in the palm of my fingers, palm of my hand, and that leaves me 2 fingers to put 2 fingers of red eye or 2 fingers of black eye all over the boots. So I'm going to hold the tin down, and I'm going to work the blacking into the cloth, and as I start working the blacking into the cloth, it softens up. Now, you may have heard a term from your grandfathers or your fathers in the past, and the term is spit and polish. Well, this is spit and polish, because what you do is you put a bit of spit into the blacking just to loosen things up a bit. I don't know why it works, but it does. But there you go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to work the blacking into the leather. I'm going to push the blacking into the leather all the way around, and if you notice there, I'm actually spreading the 2 sides of the boot to expose the tongue area, and pushing into the thread, because where it's stitched there, you want the blacking to go into that stitching. That helps to keep it as waterproof as they can be, and to keep the water out of the stitching, and put the polish in. Now what it's going to do is it's going to help to protect your boots, and I'm not bothered about how thick the blacking is, the polish is, or shoe polish on the boot. I'm just piling it on and pushing it into the seams, into the corners, into the cracks and crevices of the leather, because it all helps to protect your boot. And the more you pile in, the more protection you're giving to your boot. And sometimes you may go over, like in these boots, there's like a cloth side. It doesn't matter if it goes onto that cloth. It's all the same colour, and it's all going to be waterproofing your boot. So you push it into the leather, just pile it in like that. Now what I'm going to do is, once that I've actually pushed the blacking all the way into the leather, all the way around the boot, I'm then going to do the sweat bag trick again. Last time I told you to put them in a couple of carrier bags. I ended up putting them in a bin liner, and I left them in that bin liner overnight to sweat, so that the polish or the dubbing soaks in to the leather. and I'm going to do the same again. Won't do any harm. So there we have it. That now has got a liberal coating of polish pushed into the leather. And so I'm going to cut here, and I'll come back to you when I've actually pulled him out of the bag, and I've given him a polish, a buff up with a brush, and that will bring all of the luster of the leather back out again and put a nice shine on it. Okay guys, well I'm back. The boots have been in the bag overnight with the polish soaking into the boot. So now that I've put the blacking on, left it overnight to soak, and now I'm going to take a stiff pure bristle brush, a proper shoe polishing brush. I'm going to begin to polish up the leather. Now, I don't know whether it's going to pick up there the shine, and then there's the dullness, so I'll show you that now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a shine on it with the brush. And there's a shine, nice deep shine on the brush. There you go. So that's all you have to do. Doesn't take long. Ceases to become a chore and becomes actually quite enjoyable, therapeutic I suppose. Giving your boots or your shoes a good polish. Because if you do it once a week, then what you'll find is your leather will last, because if you always get scuffed, I mean that's what shoes are for, is protecting your feet. You know, that's the job of a shoe, is to protect your feet, because if you walked around in bare feet, your feet wouldn't last 5 minutes. They'd wear out to stumps. There you go. One more boot, polished. All we've got to do now is lace them up. So, in fact, while I'm at it, I'm going to show you how to lace up a pair of boots, if I can get the angle on this bloody tripod right. That's a better angle. Right, I'm going to show you how to quickly lace up a pair of boots. Being black, it's a bit difficult, but to lace up a pair of boots, there you go. To lace up a pair of boots, this is how I do it. What I do is I put the lace through from the inside of the boot, like that, in the first holes at the bottom. Hold the lace together and pull it tight. Once you've done that, let go of one. I always tend to do the left first, and then what I do is from the inside I pull it across, I take the other side, pull it across, I come back again, pull it through, I come back again on the inside to the outside, pulling through. So that's the pattern. That's the pattern. There you go. That's the pattern that I use all the way up the boot. And the thing is, once you get that pattern going all the way up the boot, what I have a tendency to do, I like, rather than to lace all the way up the boot, what I prefer to do is to lace up only to there. I'm stopping at the 4th hole. That's where I stop. Now I'll show you, when you put your boot on and you've got it on your foot, what you do is you take these laces and you pull each one tight round your foot without stopping the blood, and just making sure that it's nice and tight. And then this is what I do when I'm tying it onto me. I come across, I come through, pull it tight, I then go round the back, round the front again, and then I come underneath again and tie a normal bow, pull it tight, and then I bow that through, cross it through again, pull that tight, and that's how I wear them. I like to wear them like that. I like to leave that bit up, and it has a tendency then not to rub on the top of your shin. It's a habit I've got into, but it's personal preference. But that's how I lace a boot, like that. So there you go, guys. That's putting blackin, polishing your boots with a cloth, tin of blackin, and a good pure bristle brush. Not easy to get hold of, but you can get hold of them. If you get hold of one, worth its weight in gold. Some people have had them for a lifetime. Right, okay, so if you like the video, please click the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I do lots of videos, and also tick the notification bell, and until then, you all be cool now.